Hi, my name is Matthew Ferry, and I want to tell you about a process that we use in our Inspired Action coaching program. And I put this program together for top people, effective people, and that's generally who is attracted to us in the Inspired Action coaching program. People, they've got their life together, they're making money, they've got the cars, they've got the planes, they've got the houses, they're really doing life effectively and in a big way, and yet they've got this feeling inside like, now what? What's next? What can I, is this all there is? I can't tell you how many clients we get who, they're at the top of their game and they're saying to themselves, is this all that there is in life? So let me tell you about a process that we help people do that helps them to clear up their relationships. Because one of the things that happens to a lot of people is we spend so much time building up our life, building up our processes, building up all the things that we think will someday make life amazing for us, only to discover that you have to pay attention to your life and the people in it in order to really experience profound and deep happiness. So there are 5 steps that we recommend to reset any relationship, to turn that relationship basically back in a direction that is positive, that's uplifting, that is inspiring, that's nurturing, connective. And the first one is to forgive the person that you have a disagreement with, or that maybe you want to create more relationship with that person. I take into account, for example, one of the clients that I was just sitting down with. And as I was listening to him speak, this is a Uber executive at a health insurance company. And as I listened to him speak, what I notice is that he is really making his boss, he's making his boss out to be a villain. And so he has to begin by forgiving his boss. If he's going to reset this relationship and create more energy, create more flow in his life, and really be able to move things forward, he's got to have his boss on his side. So the first thing I ask him to do is, well, look at how your boss is just doing the best that he can. If your boss owed you an apology, I often start with this. If your boss owed you an apology, what would it be for? And he immediately said, well, he doesn't listen to me, and he doesn't think that my ideas are valid, and all that stuff, right? And so I ask him to say, look at, well, how is your boss doing the best you can? How is your boss, if you put yourself in your boss's shoes, how is he making moves and making decisions that are effective and perfect for him? And he can begin to see, well, from his point of view, A, B, C, D, and E. Well, that's what I want you to get to. Put yourself in the other person's shoes. From their point of view, why is their behavior that you don't like, why is their behavior good for them? Why is it appropriate for them? Why should they resist you? Why is it effective for them to not be in harmony with you? So that's step 1. Now, you don't tell them about that. Step 2 is where you start the conversation. Step 2 is you go and you apologize. You apologize because you have likely been holding this relationship in a way that is not effective. So you take responsibility for whatever you can take responsibility for. And there's likely a lot that you can take responsibility for. This is what an Inspired Action coach supports you in, is sort of digging underneath. We have that top layer, but then there's a layer down below, the nasty stuff that you don't want to admit. Your Inspired Action coach helps you get under there and just admit where you're responsible and what you've been bringing to this relationship that is not effective. So you start with, I owe you an apology. Then you go to step 3. Step 3, after you've apologized and you've taken total responsibility for the state of the relationship as it is, you go to step 3, which is you ask them, what have you been trying to tell me that I haven't let you say? Now, what you're going to find out is they've been trying to deliver this communication to you that if you would not have been resisting them and you would have just heard this communication, you would have instantaneously been aligned again. But you have not heard the communication. So finally, you're going to open yourself up to receive the communication that they've been trying to give you. The 4th step that you're going to do is you're going to acknowledge them, you're going to appreciate them, and you're going to thank them for everything you can think of. Remember, our goal here is to reset the relationship. There was some upset that you had in this relationship, so you think, what is that upset? Okay, can I forgive them? That's step one. Step two, what am I responsible for? And now I'm going to take responsibility and I'm going to ask for an apology. So I'm going to ask for forgiveness and I'm going to deliver an apology. Then number three is, tell me what you've been thinking. What's been on your mind? What have you been trying to tell me that I haven't let you say? Then you're going to begin to repair the relationship. And you're going to acknowledge them, appreciate, and thank them. And then the last step, number five, is you're going to tell them now, what are you committed to being in this relationship now that you've delivered this apology? Now that we have reset the relationship, who are you going to be now? What are you committed to now? This makes a profound difference. This is something that we work on with all of our clients constantly, getting them into a place where they're bringing relationships back into harmony and getting themselves back into a state of peace. I highly recommend that you do this, and if you need any more support on it, give us a call. We're here to help you. Thanks.